Time is not something that you use. Time is the basis of your life. Your life is time. Speed will crush time and space, all right? So you can get from point A to point B in 1 year, or if you can get there in a day, that means you have 363 days on your hands. It's up to you, because it's such a brief life. So time is not something where there are brakes on it, you can't slow it down, it is going for all of us at the same pace. As we sit here, we are just slipping away towards our grave. So now the only thing you can have is intensified energies or full throttle. If you're at full throttle, you save some time, that's all. We have a brief moment of life here. Both in terms of time and space, we occupy just a speck in this cosmos. So let's not think too much about ourselves. If we understand the context of our existence, we are just a small pop-up on this planet and will pop out. If we know this, keeping your life pleasant, profound, if necessary in action, impactful, that is a choice. Most people who are lazy are also bitter about something. There is no sense of profoundness to their life, they always feel insufficient. That's not the way to live. If life is a race, what is the goal? You must get to the finish line faster than others. You know what's the finish line? Finish line is death. So if you want to win the race, you must go ahead of me, please don't do that. I am older than you, let me go first, okay? So, this whole nonsense about wanting to be better than somebody is happening because you have not found any sense of profoundness in your own existence. If you pay enough attention to life, then you will see, when I say life, life is an explosion happening all around you. The basic misunderstanding is, when people use the word life, they are talking about their work, they're talking about their family, their relationships, their wealth, their money. No, these are all accessories, frills to life. Right now, this is the situation of the modern world. People have too many frills, but no skirt. There's no profoundness to life, too much decoration. Where will it go? It will only lead to more frustration. If you are a toddler, you have diaper problems. If you become an adolescent, you have hormonal problems. If you become middle age is a crisis. If you become old, it's horrible. Tell me which part of your life is good. Don't make everything into a problem. These are different stages of life. You can either ride that and enjoy it or be crushed by the same thing. This is the process of life. Physical life is a natural cycle. Everything that's physical is a cycle. Whether it's an individual atom or the cosmos, everything is cyclical, that's why physical is possible. So it all depends whether you're riding it or being crushed by it. Life is a cyclical process, you just have to learn to ride it. For that, everybody has the necessary faculties to do that. It is just that you have not kept yourself pleasant, you're trying to make yourself things that you're not. There was one young man running around like his tail is on fire. Then I asked, hey, what are you up to? He says, Sadhguru, I want to earn $1 billion, $1 billion. I said, you don't worry, tomorrow I'll give you $1 billion. Really, Sadhguru, you'll give me $1 billion? Yes, I will give you $1 billion. He had 8 of his friends with him. I said, see these 8 guys, I'm going to give each one of them $10 billion and I'll give you $1 billion. So, Sadhguru, why they're getting 10? Arey, your life's ambition was only to get $1 billion. What are you complaining about? The problem is, if everybody else has it, you cannot enjoy it. So you have a sickness, you only enjoy other people's failures. Right from kindergarten school, you have been taught this, you must be number one. Then what must be the others? What must the other children be? They must be all below you. So you always been taught that joy and happiness is always about enjoying other people's failures, other people's incapabilities. This is not joy, this is sickness. If you get rid of this sickness, everything will be fine. This is what human beings are suffering. Human beings are not suffering their bondage, human beings are suffering their freedom. You're free to make yourself whichever way you want. See, no other creature on the planet is referred to as a being, only you are referred to as a being. That means you know how to be. If you know how to be, would you like to keep yourself in the heights of pleasantness or unpleasantness? Tell me.
Pleasantness.
So all the advertisements are about this only because people have given up how to be pleasant here. They are trying to export themselves somewhere and there are advertisements saying somewhere up there is a heaven where the utmost pleasantness will happen, peace will happen, joy will happen, bliss will happen, love will happen, everything is up there. This is because you have given up that you could be pleasant here. So if you export everything that's wonderful about a human being to another place, the world doesn't become better. We need to understand that whatever qualities that you're ascribing to God and whatever else that you've imagined in your mind, these are all qualities which are very essential for a human being to live a sensible life on this planet. So everybody knows this, that they need to be pleasant. It is not an idea or a philosophy, it is a longing. Life is longing to be experiencing life pleasantly, isn't it? You want to be peaceful, see, it's like this. Pleasantness means what? If your body becomes pleasant, we call this health. Do you want it? Ask all your people who are looking for inspiration, do they want health? You want health. If this body becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. That also you need. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call this peace.
Yes.
Yes. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. That also is needed. If your emotions become pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If your energies, your life energies become pleasant, we call this blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call it success. Only to create pleasantness in your surroundings, you need the cooperation of the people and the forces which are around you. But to create pleasantness of body, mind, emotion and energy is 100% your business. If this much everybody takes care of, then what to do in the world we can see. If there's something to do, we will do, otherwise let's take a walk, let's climb a tree, or go swim, or just sit still, do whatever the hell you want. But the important thing is, you'll have no need to do anything. If something is needed, you will do it. If nothing is needed, you can sit here joyfully. What's the problem?